The name Wilhelm Keitel is often forgotten when mentioning powerful figures of World War II. However, it cannot be denied that he was one of the leaders of the Nazi German military, holding the position of Chief of the OKW, the German High Command. How could a man from a farming family rise to the pinnacle of power in the world's most brutal regime? Was he a true strategist with brilliant military innovations, or just a powerless puppet in Hitler's hands? Was Keitel merely a blind follower, signing off on every massacre order without thought? Or are there secrets that have never been revealed about his true role in this war machine? Was his unconditional obedience to Hitler out of loyalty, or was it due to fear of being removed? And we must ask ourselves, was there something more behind his mild exterior when Keitel played a crucial role in devising brutal strategies and making key military decisions? Today, on the History Journey channel, we will delve into the mysterious and controversial journey of Wilhelm Keitel, from his early days in the military to the darkest moments when he faced justice at the Nuremberg Trials. Could there be secrets about Keitel that history has deliberately concealed? Or was he truly a weak individual, allowing the war machine to crush everything in its path? The answer might surprise you. Follow our channel to explore more controversial corners of history and shed light on the hidden, powerful figures. Background and early military years. Wilhelm Keitel, the beginning of a mysterious fate. Wilhelm Keitel, born on September 22, 1882 in Helmscherode, a peaceful rural area in Brunswick, Germany, was raised in a wealthy and powerful family, yet his life contained many inexplicable aspects. His father, a local landowner and nobleman, brought the family respect in society. However, something doesn't quite add up. Why would someone born into a privileged life, far removed from the battlefield, give it all up to pursue a challenging military career? The question remains, did Keitel truly have a passion for the military? Or was he driven by an invisible force beyond his control? The lush green fields of his homeland seemed unable to hold him back, as a silent flame ignited within him amidst the rising tide of political and military turmoil in late 19th century Germany. Keitel was drawn into the current of history, but why and how remains a mystery. In 1901, Keitel joined the Royal Artillery Regiment, and surprisingly, in his early years, he did not stand out with any remarkable victories. Instead, he was noted for his perseverance and organizational skills, qualities that might seem ordinary, but raise the question, was Keitel quietly plotting something greater? Or was he merely a man following a destiny already set for him? The rapid career rise and early achievements in World War I. Wilhelm Keitel, protected by a curse? During World War I, Wilhelm Keitel was assigned to the Western Front, the most brutal theater of the war. Here, his career took a surprising and rapid leap forward. But what unfolded around Keitel wasn't entirely due to his military prowess or absolute loyalty to his superiors. There was something inexplicable, a mysterious shadow that seemed to loom over him, leading people to wonder, was Keitel protected by a supernatural force? From his early days in the army, Keitel caught the attention of high-ranking commanders and was quickly appointed as a staff officer, a remarkable advancement. But what made him so special? Rumors spread among the ranks. Keitel might have been protected by an ancient curse, one that not only shielded him, but also propelled him up the ranks of power within Germany's war machine. His uncanny escapes from death and military decisions said to be guided by instinctual genius all seem to defy rational explanation. Could he have been an instrument of some uncontrollable force? Some soldiers even claimed that during quiet nights on the battlefield, they saw invisible shadows surrounding Keitel, guarding him like sentinels. On multiple occasions, his miraculous escapes from death led people to believe that Keitel had been bound to some entity, a power from the shadows that had chosen him as the executor of unpredictable events. Keitel's rapid rise to power was remarkable, but behind the glory, was there a price to pay? A curse that elevated him to the pinnacle of power, but also tied him to a tragic future, leading to his execution by hanging in 1946, shortly after Germany's surrender. Wilhelm Keitel, from discontent with Weimar to the executor of Hitler's destiny. After the end of World War I, Wilhelm Keitel returned to Germany with deep disappointment. Although he did not directly participate in politics, he could not hide his discontent with the Weimar Republic. To Keitel, this republic was too weak, incapable of reviving a proud Germany that was sinking in the shame of defeat. Could it be that, at that moment, he had unknowingly felt a powerful urge from some force, driving him to seek a way out for both himself and the nation? When Keitel witnessed the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, it seemed he saw in Hitler not just a leader, but someone chosen by destiny to restore Germany. Hitler, with promises of bringing Germany back to its former glory, quickly captivated Keitel. Was this an invisible bond between the two men, a strange connection that even Keitel didn't realize? Or was it at this point that Keitel became ensnared in an irresistible vortex of fate, destined to become a tool for Hitler's ambitions? The Ascent and Fateful Bond. During World War II. In 1933, when Hitler came to power, Keitel swiftly entered the center of authority. He was not just a loyal officer, but also the executor of Hitler's ambitious plans. In 1938, Keitel was appointed head of the High Command of the Wehrmacht, OKW, a position that placed him directly within the vortex of Nazi Germany's power. But was this merely a normal promotion? Or was it an unbreakable bond between Keitel and Hitler? Key military decisions, from the invasions of Poland, France, to campaigns on the Eastern Front, were carried out by Keitel with absolute dedication. Although he wasn't the one who proposed bold strategies, it was his unwavering obedience that made Keitel the perfect right hand of Hitler. Could it be that this bond with Hitler stripped Keitel of his ability to resist? Or was it an active choice, as though he was trapped in an inescapable fate? Even when faced with horrific decisions, Keitel remained steadfast, as if driven by an invisible force to continue following the path that Hitler laid out. He never questioned Hitler's orders, never once stopped to consider the consequences. In the end, Keitel was no longer just an ordinary general. He became the executor of Germany's cruel destiny under Hitler's hand. Keitel and war crimes. A heartless executor or a penman for the devil? One of the most controversial aspects of Wilhelm Keitel's career was his direct role in the war crimes committed by Nazi Germany. Keitel was not just an order executor, he signed off on brutal decisions, turning Hitler's theories into bloody realities on the battlefield and in the death camps. The Commissar Order, which allowed the execution of Soviet political officers without trial, was one of Keitel's most infamous decisions. This was not only a strategic move, but an encouragement of inhumane massacres that drenched the Eastern Front in blood. Did Keitel truly believe in these actions? Or was he blindly following Hitler's orders, regardless of the consequences? This has raised many questions about his moral responsibility. While not a direct proposer, Keitel played an indispensable role in carrying out the Holocaust, the genocide that killed millions of Jews and other minority groups. By signing massacre orders, Keitel helped operate Nazi Germany's killing machine, contributing to one of the darkest chapters in human history. But how far does Keitel's responsibility truly go? Was he merely a tool of Hitler without the power to decide? Or did each signature confirm his role as a criminal with a stained conscience? At the Nuremberg Trials, Keitel insisted that he was just following orders with no other choice. Keitel may not have been the originator, but it was his hand that turned Hitler's mad ideas into deadly reality, from the bloody Eastern Front to death camps across Europe. These questions continue to spark debate among historians, and Keitel remains forever trapped in the thin line between obedience and unforgivable crimes.